Hi, my name is Ragavendra Mithare. Some people call me Raghav, some people call me Rags. I'm a professional coach, PCC from ICF. I help people to explore their full potential and by supporting living a life of clarity and purpose. In today's video, I'm giving some tips on how to prepare for the interviews because now I see there are many people who are looking to change their jobs, or some of us, like many friends, are out of work. I thought maybe a couple of interview preparation tips might help them. And if you're preparing for your next interview, wish you all the best. Don't question yourself. Don't doubt yourself. Just do your best, and you'll get the results, and you'll be successful. First and foremost, the mindset for interview, right? What is the purpose of the interview? Interview is like most often when we apply for a job, we are in a, I'll say, receiving end, or we are desperate to get a job, right? But consider it is a, I'll say, um, equal or not, at least a 60-40. That means the person who is interviewing, they also want some good candidates, because why they should waste their time, energy to talk to you, right? So if you got an interview opportunity, that means there is something in your profile or your CV that attracted those people to speak with you, right? There are normally hiring happens in couple of situations. That means they're looking for a very specific role to fill. That is, I'll say, a specific role. That means they might need a specific expertise or qualification and skills to handle that role. Maybe say a compliance manager to take care of GDPR in the UK. That means you should have the specific knowledge for that domain, that country, that region. But sometimes the hiring happens for a generic role, a program manager. A program manager can be for an IT service, or it can be a general project management. So that skills are like transferable. So it can be in a hospital, it can be in a university, or it can be in a bank. So whatever. So understand whether that interview is for a specific role or a generic role. And sometimes the roles are also hired for an immediate requirement. That means the project has already started and they need a program manager. So they want that person to be onboarded ASAP. Or they may be expecting some projects. So they're just hiring for the future needs or build their bench or have an additional capacity. Now, unfortunately, because of this economic situations, most of those hiring which used to happen is not there, because there are times when getting right people is very difficult. So what happens is, as soon as you find the right person, just onboard them, because when the real project kicks in, it is very difficult to find the right people. And most often, even when I had done my hirings, it is always about the person. Like, can this person, can we work with this person? And what that person can bring on board, so that together we can deliver what is important for us. So it is always best to be your natural self, and there will be definitely some I'll say butterflies in the stomach, or sometimes you feel not so confident. That is perfectly fine. That is part of being going to an interview, right? But focus on what you have done and explain uh, in a clear terms. Also give examples. Like for example, if you have done a role of a scrum master, instead of saying that I handled a team as a scrum master, team of 10 people, we did daily stand-ups, all that. A better way to explain is, as a scrum master, I supported in delivering this XYZ project that was important to the company and the customer. And by that, we achieved some, say, 10% productivity or increased revenue for our customers. And also share what supporting activities you did. Like I ensured that there's a coordination among the teams, or backlogs were refined by collaborating with the product owner. That helped to team to deliver faster. Something like that. Some examples are important. And especially go through your CV maybe 2 times or 3 times, because for the interviewer, your CV is the window to your like accessing your personality, right? So whatever you've written in the CV, it's important that you can substantiate or justify. For example, if you've written 20% improvement, you should be able to justify why you are written. First of all, in the CV, before writing, be clear why you are writing, what you are writing. And once you are written, able to communicate that effectively. That's very important. And also go prepared with some questions, so that it is not like you're just going blank to the interview. Make some list of questions. What is this role? Why they are hiring? What kind of a person will be successful? Because you don't want to get into a role which either you cannot perform, or maybe it's not to your liking. Maybe there may be some values conflict which might happen, which may not be suitable for you, right? So always ask more questions about the role, the type of people they are looking for, and the type of people they have already, and what is the mean expectation. And also don't hesitate to say what you can deliver. Maybe you've not done something, but that is the opportunity, right? So say that I'm interested. Maybe I've not done it, but I'm doing it. And many times we underestimate or discount our qualifications or experience. Uh, I suggest that in the interview, especially, it is important that we give value for our experience and qualifications. Because if you have worked in an industry for 5 or 10 years, you've been there, right? So you should highlight that. Be proud about what you have done so far. And sometimes some people come to me and ask, "Oh, I've not done this in the project." Don't think project or your specific industry experience. Also look at your wider life. If you managed some kids, maybe then you're a great project manager, because you're able to manage the timelines and all that, right? Able to manage resources, you're able to manage stakeholders, all that you've done already. So you're very good at it. In fact, I remember once many years back, and this lady was I was interviewing, and very I'll say less self-confident. Means she was not confident, but she had a fairly good experience. Her anxiety or the uh, doubt was coming out from she had taken a longer maternity leave, like say 2 years, and she was very sorry about that. And I felt really not means it was a bit uh, because looking at her, this thing, she was able to explain a lot of things. She had prepared very well. Then I told her that what she's done for the last 2 years is nothing but very good program management, because just getting up and supporting a child is important, right? Like you will do a resource management, you'll do time management, you'll do stakeholder management, and also maybe cost management, because if you need to budget all the expenses and all that. So all the dimensions of project management are included in that. So it's all about observing the fundamentals of what skills are required, and what you have done already, and see how you can deliver that. At the same time, be realistic. Like suppose if they're hiring for say a medical professional or something, suppose you'll not be called for interview, but you can't say that I can do that. Or if you never written a Java code, you cannot say that I can, right? Maybe you can learn, but be realistic about what you can and what you cannot. But by focusing on what you can and what you have done, the chances of you winning that interview is very high. Hope this session helps you. But if you have any specific questions, please put that in the comments so that will give me feedback about what specific questions I can answer. And if you have any other comments, please let me know so that I can improve these videos. Thank you so much for your patience and listening to this video, and wish you a very, very, very best of luck for your interview. Thank you.